what I imagine the world is going to turn into because of AI. Alright, guys, I've been thinking about this a lot lately, and I just have to get it off my chest. You know how artificial intelligence is taking over the world, right? Well, I'm pretty sure I've figured out exactly what the world is going to turn into because of it, and it's not pretty. So, you've all seen the news, right? Artificial intelligence is taking over jobs left and right, making people unemployed and, well, basically useless. It's not just manual labor jobs either. These AIs are going after white-collar jobs too. Accountants, legal help, copywriters, artists, musicians, you name it. But what happens to all those people who lose their jobs? They get hungry. And I don't mean I skip breakfast hungry, I mean I have no money to buy food hungry. As more and more people lose their jobs to AI, there's going to be a lot of hungry people around. And that's when the governments will be forced to step in. You see, the big corporations that own these AIs won't be making any money if people don't have money to spend, right? So, they'll pressure the governments to provide some sort of basic income for everyone. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this basic income will be enough to live a life of luxury, far from it. I'm talking about just enough to keep you alive and prevent total societal collapse. That's when things will start to get really interesting. You see, with everyone living on this super basic income, the rich will still have access to all the luxury and comfort in the world, while the rest of us will be left scraping by. And what do people do when they're desperate for money? That's right, they get creative. I'm talking about a future where people resort to exploiting themselves for the entertainment of the rich. Social media creator accounts and adult content creator accounts will skyrocket in number as everyone fights tooth and nail for any extra money they can scrounge up, and leveraging social media is almost free. So outside of crime, it seems to me it will be the most viable option. Now just imagine going to the supermarket and seeing people dancing on cars, pouring milk all over themselves, and screaming at their cameras, all in the hopes of getting enough attention to make some ad revenue. And that's just the beginning. Things will spiral out of control as people have to constantly up the ante to get noticed on social media. Stunts will get more and more extreme, and the line between entertainment and self-harm will blur. People will lose their minds in the endless and relentless pursuit of money, all while the rich sit back and watch the chaos unfold. But wait, there's more. With all these people vying for attention on social media, they'll inevitably start forming alliances and rivalries, all in the hopes of increasing their following and ad revenue. The world will be split into factions, each with its own loyal following, and it'll be like the Hunger Games meets Black Mirror meets reality TV on steroids. In this dystopian future, the rich will have a near limitless supply of entertainment at their fingertips, as the poor literally fight for their lives and their next meal. It'll be a world where people are pushed to their absolute limits, all for the chance to have a slightly better life than their neighbors. And the craziest part about all of this, it won't just be the poor who get involved in this twisted game of survival. Even the rich will start participating, either out of boredom or a twisted sense of competition with their fellow wealthy friends. They'll throw themselves into the fray, using their vast resources to create even more outlandish and dangerous stunts, all in the name of earning more followers and boosting their social standing. Of course, they'll be insulated from the real consequences of their actions. Unlike the rest of us, they'll have a safety net to fall back on if things go wrong. As this mad race for attention and money continues, the lines between reality and the digital world will blur even further. Virtual reality and augmented reality will become the norm, and people will start living their lives through their online personas more than ever before. Everyone will be connected, yet completely disconnected at the same time. We'll be more concerned about our follower count than our real-life friendships and relationships. In this new world, the rich will continue to amass wealth and power, while the rest of us will be left to fight each other for the scraps. Social inequality will reach unprecedented levels, and the divide between the haves and the have-nots will be wider than ever. As the years go by, artificial intelligence will continue to advance, and even the rich won't be immune to its effects. With artificial intelligence taking over more and more of their jobs and responsibilities, they'll be left with nothing to do but watch the world burn, a world they helped create through their insatiable greed and lust for power. At this point, you might be thinking, okay, this is all well and good, but what can we do about it? How do we stop this nightmare from becoming a reality? Well, my friends, that's the million-dollar question. The truth is, I don't have all the answers. But I do know that we need to start taking this artificial intelligence thing seriously, and we need to start having real conversations about what it means for our future. Maybe we need to push for stricter regulations on artificial intelligence development, or maybe we need to focus on creating new jobs and industries that can't be taken over by artificial intelligence. Maybe we need to start prioritizing human connections and mental health over money and power. I don't know the solution, but I do know that if we don't do something soon, we're headed for a world that none of us want to live in. So, there you have it. My vision of what the world is going to turn into because of artificial intelligence. It's a dark, twisted, and downright terrifying place, and I can only hope that we can find a way to change our course before it's too late. In the meantime, I'll be over here, trying to think up new and exciting ways to entertain the masses and scrape together enough money to buy my next meal. But hey, on the bright side, at least we'll have some really great stories to tell our grandkids, right? And who knows, maybe we'll even become famous on whatever the next big social media platform is. After all, in a world where everyone's desperate for attention, anything's possible. So, what do you guys think? Am I onto something, or have I just watched way too many dystopian movies? And, as always, thanks for reading. I'll see you on the other side. Well, I can't say he isn't on the right path there. What do you think? What will the future of our world be now that artificial intelligence is taking over? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. When you subscribe, be sure to click the notification bell. Click here for more Tangled threads.